Hey guys, I'm back. um, Thank you all so much for showing up today. Hello, Vericosin. Hello, Michael. Hello, Pam. Pam, welcome to the stream. If you haven't been here already and maybe have changed your username, I know that some people do that. So if you have been here before and you've just changed your username, please just let me know. Tomash, hello. It is very, very nice to see you again. I know it's been a long time. I think I wanted to just explain why I haven't been streaming for a month, pretty much. I think it's just shy of a month. And it's really just because I really needed some time for self-care. I know that not everyone is aware. But personally, I feel like a bit of a broken record, but I feel like the best thing to do is just to call a spade a spade. Yeah, I needed to be away for a little bit of self-care, but I did keep up making my cuts of previous streams. So videos have still been going up every week in the last month. And yeah, so I've just been really tired. And I put a link below to the whole explanation of what's going on. So I won't spend all the time in the world to explain it here, but suffice it to say, my husband had a really bad flare. I want to say it was like the worst of the flare was between March to end of May. And then come June, I was like, usually what happens to me is I kind of drop dead when I know that he's, recovering. So I think that's when I like mentally let go. And because I'm not on high alert anymore, essentially. So when I let go, I tend to crash. And I really need to kind of withdraw and, get my bearings again, self-care, all that stuff. But what I wanted to do differently starting this year was to keep my content going. So I'm pretty happy with how I've managed to do that. It still makes me feel like I'm still doing stuff and I'm still creating. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the videos I've put up in the last month. But yeah, that's just an explanation of where I've been. It is what it is. I've just realized that this is my life, and it's probably going to be my life for a really long time, and it already has. But I have been sort of fighting this rhythm of life for a while because I think I have a really hard time letting go of what my work when I feel like it's going in a really good clip. Yeah, I've just decided this year that to find a way to keep the content going with, and have it still work with me needing to withdraw every now and then. Because I don't like to withdraw to the point that I'm not putting anything up for you guys. It just kind of personally annoys me. So, yeah. Oh, got it. Pam reads. Wonderful. By the way, congrats on the new apartment. Yeah. So, hi. Oh my God. Hi. Ask Pinks. I'm just going to say your username here. How are you? Hey, Sean. Hello. Thank you, Tomash. I appreciate that you say don't say sorry. I'm like trying very hard not to say sorry. However, I will say that I personally find it's just way less dramatic if I just calmly explain why I've been away. It's more of a communication thing than a defense thing. I think that it's nice for you guys to be comforted and know that I was taking time for self-care, that I wasn't deathly ill or anything. It's just that, yeah, I know that I am the type of person that tends to withdraw when I need to kind of do self-care things and stuff like that. So Yeah, but I have to say I'm very, very proud of how I handled the last month. In fact, I want to say that this is the best that, at least in the last 4 years, that I have handled this type of kind of what I call a caregiver crash. I wouldn't say that I'm caregiving that much now for John, but I do stay on high alert and, make sure I'm there whenever he does need me. So no worries, guys. It's nowhere near as bad as it was, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. But yeah, I think my body and my brain kind of like slips back into caregiver alert mode. And then once I let go, the crash is pretty real. Like I'm such a homebody during my crash that I kind of legitimately feel like a hermit. So yeah. Yes. And aspects, I feel like I have found my balance, at least for now. That like, while I need to accept the fact that I get caregiver crashes after every major flare, like John's major flares, I'm just like, you know what? Because I think for a long time I've been sort of almost kind of like denying that they're happening. This time, I think I only let myself deny for about one week. I want to say it was like 1 week. And then I was like, no, stop denying it. This is life. This is my life. Sorry, guys. I have like a little piece of lip skin just hanging about. But yeah, this is my life and it's fine. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. You guys are insanely sweet. Yeah. Hi, alluring. You're lurking with a migraine. I'm so sorry. I think what I find very, like what I find lovely about you guys is that I feel like we're all just a bunch of adults trying to navigate life. And it's really nice to have that validation from you guys that life is hard. And, you have good chapters, you have bad chapters, you have boring chapters, you have too many things are happening chapters, Yeah. Yes, he's still having flares. I know that some people think, oh yeah, it's been so long. It's been 4 years. He should be better by now. And you could say that comparatively, he is a lot better. But no, we're still dealing with it. It looks like, because we do have a friend who is going through the same thing, and we've put our heads together and looking at other similar stories that we have seen of other people going through this. We think we're probably going to be dealing with this for the next anywhere from 5 to 10 years. Like, it's a long haul. So, yeah. Mimi, hi, XOXO. Welcome to the chat. You're just coming in right with a question. So I'm going to be guessing you are starting marching band. Is that the real question here? I have not been in marching band because I did not actually go to my high school's band. I know that is, that's what I sensed, Mimi. Okay, Mimi, here, we're going to take a little bit of time to escape from my life is hard monologue. All right. And I just want to say, Mimi, you want to go into marching band with this attitude of, I'm just going to see what it's like. I'm just going to experience this. I'm going to learn. So what that means is that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to start out doing everything perfect, right? The point is to learn what marching band does. What do you do in marching band? And what you can do is, one, listen to your director. Okay, so when your director starts calling out instructions and stuff like that, listen, and then you want to watch the people around you who have experience with band, and just kind of see how they handle things, right? Like, you want to be observant, you want to like, be aware of what's going on around you, but go in with the attitude of, let's just throw myself into the fire a little bit and learn how this goes. All right, because I can guarantee you there are a few things in life that are as fun as a group thing like this, right? Like, any sort of group thing where you guys are like making something happen together is like, a lot of us get addicted to it. It's that camaraderie that you build, and that the family that you build in that environment. So we validate your fear and we validate your nervousness, but the nervousness is really there because you care, which is a good thing. Okay, so I want you to like take a hold of that energy that you feel, that nervous energy, and I want you to channel it into, good focus. So when you're going in there, focus, like, keep focused, keep your ears peeled, okay? Listen to your director, observe around you, try and figure out, why do people do things the way they do? And if you don't understand, ask. There's no problem asking. Usually in like a band orchestra type situation, what you do is, if you're not the principal flutist, if you're not first flutist, ask the first flutist, or ask one of the first flutists. Hey, I don't know what this is. Can you explain it to me really quick? You know what I mean? And then, if you are the first flutist though, and you don't understand something, then you ask the director. There's a bit of like a kind of like a hierarchy, you could say. And the hierarchy is not there for power dynamic. The hierarchy is there just to keep things a little bit more organized. That way, the top guy, the director, won't necessarily always be inundated with questions. So like, if some questions can be answered from your principal flutist, basically, then you're good to go. So, yeah. Oh, Mimi, this is the time to make friends. Make friends. You go in there, you have no friends, no problem. Okay. You go in there, you just be kind, you smile at people, you have fun. And the thing is, like, you guys are going to be naturally hanging out together. You guys are going to make mistakes together. You guys are going to have fun together. So I think you'll make friends. I'm pretty confident about that. Yeah, like Tomasha say, you can meet new people in band. Exactly. So we're all here cheering you on, Mimi. All right? You got it. You got it. Hi, Judith. How are you? Welcome, welcome. The flutes are so scary. It's okay. It's okay. What you have to remember is that it doesn't matter what people play. They might look intimidating, but on the inside, everyone's the same. Everyone is the same. Everyone has the same, like, fears. Everyone has the same concerns. Everyone on the inside, absolutely everyone is the same. They might not show it, right? Because, a lot of people want to be seen as very, like, strong and whatever. But, like, as you grow up, you'll realize that showing strength is actually not as strong as showing your vulnerabilities. Like, showing that you can make mistakes and learn from them is much stronger than just being perfect all the time. So food for thought, but we believe in you. All right. You can do it. Also, yes, if you have a nice flute, don't use it for marching band. I completely agree with Sean. It's not a great time. Your flute is not going to like the outside elements at all. So I think what most people do is they just like buy a used flute, like, cheap used flute off of eBay or something like that, or even like Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. I agree with aspects. Just go and be you. No one can be you. you know? So like, go in there and have fun. All right. Like, you'll make friends. It might take some time to make friends, but I mean, that's normal. Everyone takes time to make friends. You know, it takes time to get to know each other. Yeah. Oh, Tomash. All right. Now, I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys have any suggestions for what to sight read? I am totally down to sight read anything. I'm also totally down to have more of these types of conversations in between songs. I have like until 3 p.m. my time. So we have some time, guys. So yeah. Gordeli Flute Concerto Judith is asking. Hello, Judith. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I think I can probably find that online. Is it the Gordeli? Is that what you meant? What did I say? Apparently, I cannot read. It is the Gordeli. Okay, so let me grab that really quickly. I'm unsure if I can. Yes. Okay. I think I have some music here. Okay. So we got Gordeli. Canadian National Anthem. You're right. It was Canada Day yesterday, wasn't it? So let me find that. Okay. Is it actually in C major? Is it truly in C major? I found one in G major. Yeah, I thought it was D major. There we go. Okay. I'm seeing it in all different keys. Oh, goodness gracious. I see G major. What do you guys think? What key should I play it in? Because I think they put it in C major just because it's easier for like kids to learn on the piano. Oh, Flute Tunes has it. Excuse me? Okay. There it is. Okay, I'm going to use the Flute Tunes version, which is an F major. So I hope you guys are okay with that. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see. Got O Canada and we got Gordeli. I'll take up to 5 for now, and then we'll need to like take a little bit of a break for requests. Oh, how fun, Michael. Yeah, I don't know what the original key is for O Canada. Well, we have 2 really good requests here, so let's just go with that. Okay. Okay, so I have not actually read the Gordeli myself, so this is going to be fun and very interesting. Let's see. Well, nothing to it but to try, right? All right, I'm just going to warm up a tiny bit. I was warming up a little bit before starting the stream, but I think it'll be good if I warm up a bit more. All right. I can see that we got our next 3. So we've got 2 Dopplers, the Fantasy and the How do you say it? Is the Berceuse or Bercuse? How do you say it? I've never actually said it out loud myself, but I know what you're talking about. So, and the Saint-Saëns Romance. Perfect. I think Flute Tunes has the Saint-Saëns. No. Let me look it up. Romance flute. There we go. IMSLP. Perfect. If I recall, I feel like I went over this with a student before. So we have the romance, and then let's see. That we have the Doppler, Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy. That's a good one. So we'll do that. Okay, and then we have the Doppler. Yes, the is it Berceuse? Okay, so we have 5 now. Okay. Does it have just the flute part? Yes, it does. Okay. Oof. I have not actually played this one. Icicle, I might not be able to find that one. Let's see. I'm so sorry because I feel like that's going to be, yeah, that's, I would have to buy that one. I'm so sorry, I can't do that one. Yeah, usually if the songs are, or if the pieces are too new, like within like the 21st century or so, or 20th century, 21st century, they're a little harder to find, or like late 20th century, they're pretty hard to find. So, but we have Kuhlau, 3 Fantasies, Opus 38. Okay, wonderful. There it is. Let's see, for solo flute. There we go. IMSLP. Yeah. If you guys can know that it's on IMSLP, perfect. Which one do you want out of the 3 Fantasies? Because I have all 3 in front of me. 6 pieces for flute and piano. I have not heard of that one. Yeah, that one I'm seeing that, like, I can see like the first page or so. Which I can look at the first page. Yeah. I might have to, I'm so sorry. That one I would have to, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I could do that one, Tomash. So sorry. Oh, ooh, another public domain one. A Hindemith one? Hindemith. Oh, the 8 pieces. Yes. That one. Yes. I do know that one is a public domain. So yeah, that one has been on IMSLP for a little bit, because I know this because I have a few students who have worked on it. Yeah. Fethwis, how are you? Nadine, thank you so much for explaining. It Berces. Did I say it Berseze? Thank you, Nadine. Appreciate it. I choose which one to... Okay, sounds good. Carmen Fantasy? Oh, yeah, okay, Carmen Fantasy. That one will not be a true sight reading, though. Because I did perform that a long time ago. So, but we have it. Flute. Yeah, Fantasy Brilliant Sir Carmen, right? Perfect. Someone has put up a really nice clean copy of it. Okay. Ooh, we have a lot of stuff now. Oh, Tomash, public domain in the place you live is only 50 years. I wish that was the case here. I so wish. I think it's like 100 here. Yeah. I said it well the first time, Nadine. Thank you so much. My French is horrible. It's only gotten mildly better because I played a lot of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So, okay. So, I think I will stop the request there because that is a good chunk. So we're going to start with the Gordeli, which was the first one. So I will put this here. This is Gordeli Flute Concerto, Opus 8. There we go. Okay, let's do that. That way, you know, anyone joining in will like not be completely confused as to what I'm playing. So we're gonna give this a go. I don't know how. Okay, metronome markings are by the editor. That's nice to know. Let's see how fast we're gonna go. We're not gonna play the entire piece, but if you have like, you know, cue markings, like little spots that you want to hear me attempt, I would be more than happy to do so, even if it is so difficult that technically I should probably practice it first. Okay. Okay, I'm somewhat remembering this now. I had some friends who studied this, but I didn't actually study it myself. Okay. I missed the D sharp. Oh God. Why? I need my pedal. Okay. Oh God. No. there's an ossia here in case you don't want to do this, but I am going to attempt the hard version. I'm butchering this good, but it's fun. Dante. I absolutely took some liberties there. I don't actually know how this part goes. So I hope that wasn't too off the mark. We'll keep going a little bit longer. A to B flat is that, right? There's an optional cut. Optional cut to page 6. Where? Oh, okay. I see. It looks like we're just doing the little bit that goes into a cadenza. Is that right? We're going to take the optional cut just to keep some space for other pieces. Oh, dear. Okay. I did the wrong dynamics. One more time. Anyone who's played this, that trill right there, is it a real one? Because I can see that we're going into a cadenza. So do we actually hold that trill on that G sharp? But the orchestra is gorgeous to listen to. Now that I'm like listening to myself, I guess, play this, I seem to recall that the orchestra is very lush underneath, right? Isn't it a very like a lush very kind of like full sound, this kind of like very, it's a very romantic sound, right? Hi, John. How are you? Thank you very much. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. It is just E flat major. Okay. No, fortissimo. Oh, wow, pretty. Oh, that's very pretty. I was trying to figure out what scale that was. Is that a whole tone scale? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Until the very end. Okay. All right. Okay, presto. Okay. No. Oh, the bottom one's alternative. Okay. I like. Oh! Okay. Ooh. Oh, that made me slobber. Okay. To be fair, I really can hear every spot that I absolutely butchered. But that, if I could do that presto bit completely and insanely aggressively, I totally would. But my goodness, that was a lot of sharps and flats. Brianna, hello, welcome back. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. Thank you for reminding me of this beautiful piece. What a great one. So good. Okay, we're going to celebrate Canada Day, which was yesterday, with Oh Canada. So let's do it. Oh, I need to drink some water. Okay. Oh Canada. There we go. Let's do it up. Yay! Canada! Okay. We are now going to do the Romance, Saint-Saëns Romance, Opus 37. I do not remember how this goes, so I think I'm just going to very quickly look up. That's not how you spell it. This is Romance Opus 37. Yeah, I do not, for the life of me, remember how fast this is supposed to go. So I am going to pop in my headphones real quick. Give it a listen. So this is... Okay. Oh, I totally had a recording of Sir James playing this. Absolutely. I'm literally listening to Sir James play this on YouTube, and I recognize his sound immediately because I swear I have a recording of this somewhere. I like grew up listening to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I won't spoil the rest of it. Apparently, I grew up with this. Hello, melodic sound production. Welcome to the stream. And no, it is a gorgeous piece. It's been a hot minute since I've like heard this, to be honest. So. And 5 flats. Okay, we're gonna attempt it. Hopefully I don't muck this up too much. No, sorry. I like that little squirrely bit that, like, you know, he sets up the expectation. He kind of like swivels around it. I really like that.
Is a D natural. Yes. Yeah, F sharp. I'm sorry. One more time. That is a chromatic, right? Except for the very beginning. The descent is not, but the ascent is chromatic. Yes, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness. Da 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 da. Oh, is there a missing tie? There's a missing tie, isn't there? Okay. keep going? Yeah? Okay. No. Okay. Too long? One, da, dee, da. Okay. I love that afterthought. That afterthought, it was so pretty. I don't know if I do the slide there. The effect would be a lot better with probably the accompaniment. But thank you for getting me to play this. Oh, it's so good. It's so pretty, man. Oh, man, that is so pretty. Okay, we did it. We're now going to do Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy. Oh, my lips have not chapped like this in a long time. I wonder if, did I forget to put on my lip balm last night? Woo! Oh. Okay, shall we? I'm gonna put this here. So this is Doppler, Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy, and I am writing it in English. I understand that it is typically not in English. Also, that is eating into the chat. Okay. Ooh. You're so welcome. Again, thank you guys for not minding me butchering some of this. Now, the Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy, this is not true sight reading. I actually performed this when I was really young. It was a long time ago that I
I performed this, and it was super fun. It's a great piece. So let's see. So we'll do that. Okay. And I think what I might do is change this to, there we go. Then that'll just straight up switch the pages. Okay, there we go. Whew, been a hot moment. Okay. been a hot second since I've done that. Okay, I'm very aware that I take slightly more liberty with some of the the rubato in there than I have heard other people do. I'm going to be completely frank with you. It's just because I got used to doing it that way when I was a kid. I don't know if part of it was that maybe my teacher could not convince me to do it with more accurate rhythm. But I'm aware of it. I just want you guys to know. So you guys are probably thinking of other recordings that you guys have heard or performances that you guys have seen of this piece. And you're probably like, I don't really think that some of that rubato was like quite the same. You would be absolutely correct. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Greg. How are you doing, Greg? Oh, yeah. Hey, Rogue, how are you doing? Yes, it is the return of the mega site reading requests. We have a lot going on right now. So at this moment, I have put a bit of a pause to the requests. Greg did mention some video game music. I do want to look at some video game music. I actually, if no one had anything, I actually had 2 pieces from Expedition 33 that I was messing around with before the stream. So I have those on hand if you guys want to hear it. But yeah. Is it fine because it's super cheesy? It is really cheesy, this piece. I'll keep going, and I find that this piece only really works if you really ham up the cheese, So, hey Susie, how are you? Hello, Eric. Artistic license. I like it. Thank you. You guys are all such a bunch of enablers. Hey Einstein, how are you? Rubato is the player's feeling, Tomash is saying, not the performing practice trend. You have a good point. You have a very good point. Usually what I do when I teach my students what they can do with rubato and stuff like that, usually what I tell them is, hey, so I'm going to demo how I do this. And I will tell you my justification for what I do. So usually what I do is I'm explaining, for example, if you're trying to figure out how to do these kind of rips up and down in a way that sounds natural, a really great visualization is like a roller coaster. So, when you're kind of going up, you kind of want to sort of imitate physically kind of what happens. Now, not the slow chugga chugga, but it's more like if you had kind of, gone down a hill here, and then when you're coming back up, you sort of the ride up this way due to physics, because if you've dropped down from before, you've dropped down here for physics, you go pretty fast for the first half to 2/3, right? And then you slow down over the hump, and then you kind of come down again. So if you're kind of imitating that sort of motion, it sounds more natural. Now, how each person does it is slightly different. So I like to use that type of imagery to sort of explain how to do rubato, but in a way that allows for you to kind of have your own flexibility and creativity in terms of where you're doing it. Otherwise, I've done this myself as a student. You don't really know what to do, and so you end up just copying your teacher. And if you don't copy your teacher exactly, it throws you off because you don't have any sort of kind of a framework for understanding how to do the rubato. So, but that's what I do. So I also like for my students to kind of go out there and listen to different recordings just to get they don't have to study them. Literally, you just have to listen to a few recordings once. And it gives you a rough idea of kind of traditionally, what do people do? You might want to ask yourself, why do they do it? Is there a reason why it's done? And if you do happen to disagree, with how some things are traditionally done. I am okay with it as long as you have a good justification for it. And it has to be a good one. Okay. So like we're talking, this justification needs to hold up if you were a student in music school. Like you have to have backing for it. You have to have like some historical backing for it, some, or like, you know, even if your argument is something like we have a different flute than they had back then, blah, 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 that type of thing, then like, as long as you can justify it well, I'm okay with it. Right. So, but yeah, I feel like that's really important in education is that you have to understand where traditions come from. Why do they exist? If you do understand why they exist and you understand why things are different now, I'm good with it. You wish conductors did the same. You will know that you have found a good one or you have happened across a really good one when they describe things like that for you. I have had a few conductors, been very lucky to have a few conductors in my life who have sort of exemplified this way of kind of directing. And they really treat directing less like giving commands and almost more like a movie director, you know? And I really appreciate that. Like I really appreciate a director who can talk about why we're doing something, why we're doing it a certain way, like what is his vision, and he or she needs to share the vision with us, you know. So hello, out of sight, welcome back. Yes, I am back from the dead. I'm very happy about it too. I'm also noticing that my stamina is a little bit lower on the flute. You know, am I stalling right now? Absolutely. Absolutely, I am stalling right now because, oh boy, yeah, my stamina is low now on the flute. Susie, hello. Hello. How are you? Who has strategies for nerves affecting your performance? Okay, I know this sounds absolutely awful, but the more you perform, the more you will learn how to rechannel that extra energy that you have. It's like it's partially adrenaline, it is partially nerves, but it is sort of a buzzing energy is how I think of it. So the more often you perform, the more chances you have at learning to redirect that energy. So you learn to redirect that energy less into what do people think of me to what do I want to do with this music? Where do I want to go with this music? How do I want to push this music? How do I want to how do I want to emote, et cetera, et cetera. So the issue here is that you need more chances to learn to redirect that energy. And it takes repetition. So, my students ask me how to do it, right? How to have more chances. And it takes time. If you're in some sort of group, it's a lot easier to have chances to perform. It sounds like you're in a group, so that sounds great. So just keep with the group and keep performing with the group. So you may have noticed that people who have been with the group for a really long time, let's talk about people who've been there for like 10 years or so, right? You'll notice that they're very nonchalant when it comes to performing. They just kind of like sit down and have fun and play with people. Like you can tell that they like kind of don't care, but they're really good at what they do. Like they have that sort of, like, oh, this is just like another performance kind of attitude. So when you get there, again, with time, you will learn how to redirect the energy. But you need more chances to do that. I hope that is clear. Yeah. Oh, see you later, Miguel. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. I hope that made sense. Hey, Chef Maiku, how are you? Welcome. Yes, put yourself into little performance spots to get yourself playing for crowds. Yep. busking at the park, just make sure that, look into the rules of the park and see if they're okay with essentially busking. That type of thing. Play for your family, play for your friends. If that terrifies you, line up, if you have plushies, line them up on the couch in front of you and perform for them. That's how a lot of people start. They literally start with like inanimate objects staring at you. And then, upgrade to people who you really trust, who are like part of your safe space. So whether whoever are your loved ones, whoever is part of your safe space, you invite them into this space. And that they're not going to rip you down or anything like that. So like they're safe. Okay. So you perform for them and you kind of like learn to, again, redirect the, like, what do they think of me to what do I want to do with this music? Right? Redirect that. Do it in front of people you trust, right? And then you can kind of expand. So like you can do like a really low key way of doing it is like, for example, if you're part of some sort of like even some other sort of group or whatever, you invite a bunch of friends over for like a little dinner party, right? And then it doesn't have to be a formal performance or anything. It's just, hey, do you guys want to hear me play? Right? And you just play like whatever you've been working on. Like it doesn't even have to be perfect or anything. So you just kind of, it's just playing in front of people. So I have had students actually do that. They straight up host dinner parties and play for their friends. And I find that the interesting side effect is that the friends are like, thank you. We have been trying to find a non-awkward way to ask you to play for us because we know that you play the flute and we would love to hear you play and we'd love to support you, but we just did not really have a non-awkward way of requesting you to play for us without sounding like we're pushing you, right? So these friends are having an absolute blast because they get to go over to their friend's house. They'll like potluck it up, so they'll like bring some food and stuff like that. Everyone's gonna like, have some drinks and whatever if you're into that. And then, they just play and it's a really great experience. So like that kind of like safe environment is a really great place to learn how to perform like that. And then you can expand out to like busking for people that you absolutely don't know, et cetera, et cetera. So, hey, Katri! Oh my gosh, you're here! So anyone who doesn't know who Katri is, Katri wrote this delightful book, The Magical Flutist. See, look, her name right here matches in the chat. Katri is so sweet. You're so sweet. And, this is a perfect method book for adult flute students. Because Katri herself wrote this as an adult flute student. There's lots of concepts in here that you just don't hear about unless you're in music school. So that's really what I find very interesting about this book. It's fantastic for that. But hello, I hope you're doing well. Susie, you never thought of playing for friends. You are not the only one. It's one of the most like common things that I suggest my students to do is to just play for your friends. Just like, or it doesn't even have to be at your house, right? Like it's, if you're just meeting at one of your friends' places, and then you can just ask like, hey, is it okay if I bring my flute and play for you guys? I'll serenade you guys for a few songs, honestly, no one's gonna say no. People love it. They love it. They think it's really awesome, and if anything, something to really keep in mind is that in the grand scheme of the whole world, playing the flute is actually a very niche activity, whether that be for your career or for your hobby. Either way, it's super niche. And so, people who happen across us, they do, for the most part, want to hear us play, but they just don't know how to ask. So usually what they do is they'll ask, hey, when are you performing? Not even realizing that you could just bring your flute over to their house and play for them. Like, just for them. So I actually did that at, there was so we're staying with one of our friends when I was invited to go to a wedding. And so I was playing at the wedding. So clearly I had this music on me. And I was like, well, I'm here and you guys have been hosting us, so would love to play for you guys. So I played for the family and they freaking loved it. They liked it so much. One of them actually wrote me a handwritten card to thank me for it. It was so sweet. Like, you don't really think much of it as, as like a just you're just yourself, and the flute is just kind of part of your life, right? But playing for people very personally like that makes a huge impact. It brings a lot of joy, and it's a kind of very deep sense of joy that is very rare, So I also did it as a thank you to the staff at the hotel that I was staying at during that music festival, the Interharmony Music Festival that I taught at a couple years back in Italy, and they loved it. It yes, was a little bit awkward for me to go up to them and ask if I could play for them, or I believe it was like the last night, and most everyone else was like at a bar or something, but I decided to hang back and actually eat at the hotel, and so that I could catch the staff. It's very impactful. It's very impactful. Tomash brings up a good point that if you perform for people you don't know, it's easier because you're never going to see them again. Yes. So really it's just whatever floats your boat. But yeah. And Eric has been recording himself. Exactly. That was the other thing that I also suggest my students to do, is if they don't want to perform for people live, record yourself, because it's a great way to learn how to just live with those nerves. Yeah. Pinches off your low notes, which are normally very nice. It happens to all of us. In fact, it's happening to me right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. But it absolutely is happening to me right now. My low notes are not as big and rich as I want them to be. They were big and rich before the stream. It's okay. Happens to all of us. It's okay. It's very normal, very human. Yep. Yep. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Okay. Let me play a little bit more of the Hungarian Pastoral Fantasy, just so that we can enjoy the cheese a little bit more. Super cheesy, crazy cheesy. We're just gonna keep on, just swimming in the cheese. All right. That up a little bit too much. Forgot I didn't have a B foot joint. All right. Let's stick on the B foot joint just for that note, eh? Because I think normally what I would do is like flip it up an octave. So I on a C foot joint, I would play it as, and I actually learned it this way because I actually I learned this on a C foot joint on my Mateki. So anyway. But my muscle memory from when I relearned this on the B-foot joint made me like slap my finger down for the B-foot joint. And then I was like, wait a second. There ain't no B key. So here we go. We're going to put it on for this one phrase, and then we're going to take it right off because it's way too freaking heavy. Okay.
Okay. Much better. Oh, huh? Am I adding an extra note? Little B's coming up again. No! Okay. Oh man, I'm sweating. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh, my hands are so sweaty. Oh. Okay. We interrupt this music to bring you Switch of Flutes. Basically. I feel like you could actually get away with it because
there is a solid 9 bars where you're not doing anything before this like huge section. And there is another solid 7 bars that you're also doing nothing after this section. I actually wonder if you could get away with it. Like, I legit wonder if you can get away with it. Ideas?
Oh, what? Excuse me?
Doppler was pre-Bem, so he probably had a left-hand low B key. Well, that would make it so much easier. Ay. Okay. Why don't we continue? And yeah, again, let's just see how much of this I remember.
page too early.
I have to interrupt myself because this was the moment. I don't know how many of you guys have heard me talk about this before. But for anyone who's new to me playing this, this was the point. This part that I just played. This was that part. Okay. I was 14 years old. Okay. I'm this 14-year-old young punk. All right. Playing this piece with my local youth orchestra. And my conductor kept harping at me on, you got to play this rhythm correct. Why aren't you playing this rhythm correct? And I was just like, this part, one, it says più lento. Two, this part is understood to be very cadenza-like, all right? So I got so fed up with him harping at me on this in front of the entire orchestra. I just looked him dead in the eye and I was like, just follow me. Ooh. I got like, like the ooh, like I got that like the whole orchestra was just like ooh. And yeah, I didn't really think it through. I think what I should have done, see, the more mature thing to do, okay, and this is what you would do. Actually, the most mature thing that you would do, both the conductor and the performer. The conductor would stop, look at the at the performer, and then beckon them over, and then they'll point at the score and be like, hey, how do you want to do this? Like, I notice you're doing some rubato here. Should I wait for you? And then I, as the performer, would be like, oh yeah, right here is like kind of cadenza like, so like I know it's not written in there, but that's what we do, with this part. So like that would be done very hush hush, very like, low voices, nothing dramatic, right? And then you just kind of go back and you just do that part again. He might explain to the rest of the group, like, okay, this part's like, please watch me, put little eyeballs in your music and just watch me there, right? And usually no big problem, no drama, right? Or if the conductor is not picking up on it, what you do as the performer is like, when you guys stop, you just kind of shuffle over to the conductor and you're like, hey, at this part, letter K, we're going to like treat this pretty cadenza like, and they'll be like, okay, cool, got it, blah, 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 right? Again, no drama, very hush hush. Usually it's done like so hush hush that usually most of the orchestra can't even hear them discussing it. It's like only the concertmaster and the person next to the other first violinist can hear it. But yeah, young punk 14-year-old Joanna did not know that that's how you do it, and I just said, just follow me. For a long time, I was very proud of doing that until I realized how much of a punk I was being. So now that I have grown up and I look back and I'm like, ooh, maybe I should not have done it that way. Now I'm a little bit like cringy about it, but it makes for a fun story. Ooh, yeah. So anyway, now you guys know how it's done in rehearsal. So like in rehearsal, there's a lot of the sort of hush hush kind of conversation that's happening between the, you know, the soloist and the conductor. There's a lot of that happening. Like sometimes the conductor beckons them over. Sometimes the performer will just sidle up to the conductor, you know, at a convenient spot where you've already like kind of stopped the orchestra. So like, and it's all very professional and hush hush. That's really what it's supposed to be. How did he respond? He stared at me and just nodded once and did not argue. Yeah. Because young punk Joanna was interpreted him constantly telling me to play this part rhythmically correctly as him not doing his homework, as him not like, you know, listening to this piece, like listening to a recording, you know, and figuring out that this part is never done rhythmically exactly the way it is on the page. So I don't know if, like, I felt like as 14-year-old young punk Joanna, I felt like I was calling him out on it. Now, I don't know if I don't know what happened, because what I'm realizing now is that you can't assume anything. Likely, he probably did actually listen to the recording, but it's like such a small part right there that like maybe he just forgot. Maybe he just forgot that that part is done super rubato, you know? Like cut the guy some slack. Like he's running an entire youth orchestra, okay? Like this is very low on his priority list of things to remember, you know? So I don't know. I'm realizing now I have no idea what happened behind the scenes. I did a lot of assuming back then. So, Chi Eduardo, hello. Okay, let's finish this off. Fun fact, this is how I learned my diminished seventh chords. Right there. That was me learning my diminished seventh chords for the first time on the flute. Okay. There it is. Okay, Vivaldi's Summer Presto. Let's see if I get there. I'm realizing I took a long time telling stories about this piece. So I'm very sorry, Chi Eduardo, if I don't get there. But we still have a few more pieces to get through right now. We might need to do just kind of like excerpts of the next few pieces. But this particular one was really fun to kind of like tell you guys a few more stories about. So, okay. Next one is still Doppler. This one is Bercese. Did I say it correctly? Okay. Opus 15? Is that, am I reading that correctly? I hope I'm reading that correctly. Eduardo, how are you doing, by the way? It's been a hot minute. And I say that for myself because I haven't been live streaming for like a month. Okay. We're gonna do a little like a little excerpt of the Bercese. But I again need to listen to the beginning of it to get a handle of how it goes. Let's see. Wrong Bercese. Okay. I was like, that's not what's on here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we've got this going. Okay. All right.
Right? Okay. We need to switch this back to this one. Okay. Okay. I keep forgetting the D sharps. Okay. I was like, how do I fit in the like little Nachschlag? Okay, that's sounding a little closer. We're gonna keep going. No, D, da, 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 da. D, da, da, da. Okay, got it. Understood. faster, isn't it? What? 1, 2, 3. Dee da 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 dee da. Oh, that was right. Oh, okay, okay. We're running out of time.
I wish I had more time to make that even better. I think you guys can hear where I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love it. I wish I could play this with a little bit more intentionality, you know, like really kind of like set up those expectations. And then, because what I'm really feeling is he's sort of like setting up this expectation for how the phrase is supposed to go. And then he kind of like dashes the expectation with like a little bit of rhythm things, a little bit of like syncopation, a little bit of like, you know what I mean? Like he like kind of like dashes the expectation a little bit. So like I love that kind of thing. I feel like they're very interesting to play personally. So wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna randomly pick Fantasy number 2 by Kuhlau. And I have no idea what I am getting myself into. But we'll play like a little bit of the beginning, yeah? So this is, I say Kuhlau, it is absolutely not pronounced that way. It's just how I grew up saying it. So this is Fantasia number 2. It's like Opus 38, I believe. So again, I'm just going to listen to a little bit of this. So Kuhlau Fantasia number 2 flute. Okay, let's see if it finds it. Okay. Jasmine Choi. No, Jasmine Choi's is Telemann though. No. Hopefully it's this one. Oh, wow, you can rubato this up. Okay, I've listened to the first phrase to get a feel of it, but I don't want to spoil the rest of it for myself. So we're going to try it. Let's see if I can give it some justice. Okay. Vericosa, you got a chance to go to Flute Center. I hope you had so much fun. Oh my gosh. What was your favorite thing you tried? I want to know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, sweet. Here we go.
out of air. Oh, wow.
I did not know that Kuhlau could be quite so sensual. What? I did not expect this. The question here is, does he want me to think of this in 3/4 and 6/8? So I just did a bunch of that thinking of it in 6/8, but now I'm like, do I want to actually do it in 3/4? I'm going to go back to the beginning of this section and try it again and see what I think. Maybe you have to do kind of like a switch back and forth thing, like switch back and forth between 6/8 and 3/4.
I think 3/4. I think 3/4 makes more sense. Oh, I really like that. Thank you for sharing this with me, because I feel like this is such an interesting mix of like, it's like dipping into romantic era sound, but still having some of that classical kind of like vibe to it too. It's so good. I didn't know Kuhlau could like be so sexy. Like, this was, what a surprise. Oh my God. I think I have to stop there, but I want to keep playing this. This is
This is stunning. I'm really glad I randomly chose number 2. Wow. Huh. You love this piece? I'm glad Fear goes in. Zero Hawkman, hello. I understand your feeling of trying a flute and being like, excuse me, it's how much? Again, a bunch of you guys have heard me talk about this, but the first time I tried a Brandon in my life ever, I was 16 years old, and I didn't know it, but I tried a Brandon Kingma, which was, with all the quarter tone keys and stuff on it. And so I tried it at a festival, and then I can't believe they let me try it, but I tried it, and then I asked them how much it was. Okay, this was the mid 2000s, and it was going for 38,000 at the time, and I was like, put the flute down very slowly and back away. I was like, so yeah, but I feel it. I understand. I really understand that feeling. Okay. Let's just try to dip our toes in the Hindemith 8 pieces. This is 8 pieces for solo flute, or for flute alone. I think it's technically what it is, for flute alone. Okay, perfect. So we'll do that. We're just gonna dip our toes. What is this supposed to be at 138-ish? Okay, we're gonna dip our toes. I probably won't be able to anywhere get through all 8 of them, but we'll see. Okay. I started too loud. Did that sound any remotely like what it was supposed to? Because I on purpose did not look this up to see if it did that sound like it. We're gonna try 2. This one is a little crazy, because rhythmically this one's interesting. Sean, did that sound anything like it was supposed to? Oh my. This is one of those pieces where I would have to listen to like multiple recordings of people doing this and then like kind of figure out what my interpretation is of this. Oh, what? You feel me. You understand me. We're going to try a little bit of 3 just because I think it'd be hilarious for me to try it blind without knowing how this goes. Okay. Okay, guys, please don't use that as like a reference for how it's supposed to sound. I'm going into this completely and utterly blind. This is definitely one of those pieces where like I would have to listen to several recordings of people doing this and then be like, okay, I'm sort of like understanding how Hindemith is writing this. I probably would need to do a little bit of like almost kind of like reverse engineering of the piece to kind of figure out like where he was going with it, so it can make it I can make it sound like I'm like making it up. You know, I will take a passing resemblance. Okay. Our last piece here is a crowd pleaser. This is the Fantasy Briante on Carmen. So I'll put here, doing great for a cold reading. I take it. I'm taking that. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is by Born, and this is the Carmen Fantasy. Okay, we're gonna give this a whirl. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. I did also perform this one. So this one I performed when I think it was in my master's. Was it master's? No, I don't think it was master's. I think it was my bachelor's graduation. Yeah, my bachelor's graduation recital. This is what I did. Pretty sure. I'm already over time, but I do want to give at least some of this a whirl, you know, and then we'll call it quits, and then I have to teach. So I will at least start the beginning. Ooh, okay, here we go. clearly my fingers have forgotten how that bit before it goes. All right. Okay. I got distracted because I think this was the part where my professor actually straight up told me it's okay to cheat if you can make it sound good. So, okay, we're going to do this part again. Why? Oh, right. Low B. Low B. Give me a sec. Let me get my low B. Why are you guys all choosing my low B songs, huh? Maybe this is why I wanted a low B. Okay. Are there any more low B's? Any more? Are there any more low B's? I don't think so. Watch it bite me in the butt. Reminds you of switching reeds. Oh my goodness. This is not something I'm used to on the flute, you know. Okay. It's been a hot minute. I think there's a typo in here. have you know, I could not actually do it with the real fingerings back when I was studying this. And it was because the B foot joint was too heavy. So it would cause the flute to do this. But I'm now realizing I can do the regular fingerings up there now because my flute's no longer doing this. It feels really weird to be able to do it. There's that bit right there. I wasn't able to do that before. Huh. My favorite thing is that this very clean IMSLP version literally has right after that high A the two words long silence. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. You know, just in case you couldn't figure out, you know, what it meant to have a fermata on top of a quarter rest and then another fermata on top of a whole rest. It's a long silence. That's true. I am also a little rock show now, so I have better balance. Yeah. No, Michael, it's fine. I'm just joking. This is actually making me wonder if this might have been kind of one of the reasons why I really wanted a low B, because I was actually playing pieces with low B. Weird. Okay, I have 4 minutes to get to my lesson, so I am so sorry. I need to call it quits now. I am feeling pretty tired from all of that, but honestly, I kind of felt like my tone got better as the session went on, so we'll see. I do not have any flutes lined up yet to review. So because, you know, I went on my little live stream break and then I still need to contact the Flute Center for them to send over another batch. So it may not come in time for next week. We'll see. But I'm honestly down to do another of these sight reading, just kind of hangout sessions, just so I can spend time with you guys. Because I'm feeling it now. Can you guys tell? I'm back. So I will see you guys next time. Sometime next week, and I will try to schedule it kind of like today. Yeah, because I'm feeling it. I'm back. So like I'm feeling much better now mentally. So we're in a good spot. I am alive. So yes, I will see you guys sometime next week. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. For those of you guys who are celebrating July 4th weekend in the United States, please stay happy, healthy, and safe. Actually, everyone stay happy, healthy, and safe, but especially to our Americans here with fireworks and stuff like that, please make sure you stay safe. Do things legally. Okay. And have a great rest of your week. All right. See you guys.